What is
Hey
going on,
there.
everybody? Good morning, and welcome back to another Three Buff Guys live stream. I'm joined here with my dad, Richard, up at the top there, and my ever good-looking brother, William, down at the bottom. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. How's everybody been? How was your week?
Terrible.
Terrible. Oh, that's not good.
No, it wasn't bad actually. It started well.
Yeah.
As the week went by, it went downhill. But you have some good ones and you have some bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you, William?
My week was actually pretty good. Pretty good. What about you,
And
Thomas?
Phenomenal. I feel great. I feel happy to be here. It's a good week, long week, but I'm happy, really happy. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Go on to the questions.
To the questions.
Let's dive in. What has changed in the past week?
Okay, I'll go ahead and start. What's changed this week is that I've moved from England back to Austria. So we made the long drive on Friday. That meant for me 1,000-mile drive. Not much time to do many steps on Friday. And it means that as of midnight Friday night when we got home, there's no exercise outside of our garden for the next 10 days. So that's what's changed for me in the last week. You, William?
Well, the challenge was to not eat any fast food, so that's what I did. Apart from Monday, I forgot. I had a kebab, but I seriously forgot. And Philly was here on Friday, and she had crisps next to me, and I didn't even have a single one. So,
Fantastic.
I mean, that was difficult, but yeah, that was all right. Other than that,
great week. Not much changed in regards to the challenge. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But I'm proud of myself. All I'll say is that nothing's changed on my end. It's just been keep on trucking as usual.
Okay, so what went well for you this week, Thomas?
Overall, I would have to say my eating went really, really well. I've been trying new things. Yesterday, for example, Lily and I we had a picnic outside, and that was nice. We had it on the balcony. We sat on the floor. We set it up all nice and everything, and so that was perfect. Nothing particularly different in terms of what went well. I've just been really, really positive these past few weeks. Really excited.
Yeah.
do you think it's due to the weight loss?
I think it's a bunch of different things. I feel like in a lot of areas, COVID's from what it looks like seems to be letting up a little bit. We keep hearing good news. Weight seems to be doing well. It's also my birthday coming up soon, so I'm really excited about that. I think I've just been feeling really, really positive.
Good to hear. And you, William?
I need a moment to think. What about you? Go on this week.
Well, me, what went well? What went really well at the beginning part of the week was I was standing on the scales every day and I was losing weight. I was feeling chipper. I was feeling great, and every day I was meeting the step goal that my Garmin watch sets for me. And by the time Thursday morning came, I was looking good and feeling even better.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, my weight loss was phenomenal.
Yeah.
However, it was a long drive home. And I didn't go on the scales on Friday night when I got home, but Saturday morning, there was I. I got up into the bathroom, stood on the scales, and I thought, There's an old saying, and the saying is, you buy cheap, you get cheap.
Yes.
The scales that I bought in the UK, the ones where they were showing a weight loss every day, maybe I should have bought a more expensive pair that told the right weight. So It wasn't as good as it looked at the beginning of the week, but still, I spent a month in the UK and my weight was slightly lower than when I left Austria. So still heading in the right direction.
When's the last time that happened?
I don't think it's ever happened, William.
Yeah, same with me. Always
So-
gained a lot in England.
So, how did you feel after when he stood on there and he saw it? How did it make you feel?
It made. I knew that something had to be wrong, Thomas, because I was doing good in England,
Mm-hmm.
but some days I'd lose 3 pounds or 1.5 kilos overnight in a 24-hour period, and I thought, I'm not doing that much exercise. I was doing a lot. I was doing okay. In some weeks, because last week I think I did 140,000 steps. How many did you do last week, Thomas?
I did about 110.
Okay, yeah. So I think I did 140, 150,000. But I knew that something was wrong. Even so, I stood on the scale today or on Friday or Saturday morning. I thought, yeah, it's not as much as I would have liked, but it's still the right side of where it should be.
Yeah.
And as William mentioned, as you know yourself, Thomas, back in the old days when we all used to go to England together, it was a feeding fest, feeding and drinking, and didn't do that this time.
Couple of heifers piling into the back of the car on the way back, just kind of barreling around.
Yeah, and one in the front as well. But this time, while I was over there, I had a few glasses of whiskey. I had in total, I think, 3 beers. Or no, in total 3 beers.
And just to interject there, for everybody that's going to be watching this, beers are a huge thing, because my dad, you can't really get. I mean, maybe now a little bit more, but you can't get half the beers that my dad loves in Austria. So when he goes there, he loves to pick up the beers that he can't get, and so it's a big thing for him. So just wanted to say that for a lot of people who might not understand sort of where he's coming from with that. Sorry.
It used to be so embarrassing for Grandma because she didn't want to carry the site out. There's so many people in there. Bad echo from you, Thomas.
Still?
Maybe it's gone now. Maybe you could do the talking, William.
Yeah, I heard it as well, but it's all right. It's gone now. Well, nothing went bad. Let's say that. School, college went well. Today I was at a fundraiser for the Catholic Frauenbewegung, so female
Women's movement.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, women's movement. And that went really well. We were in the St. Stephen Cathedral in Vienna.
Okay.
So that was fun. That went well. A few things went well, nothing went bad.
All right.
It's exciting.
I'll go first with the energy. In general, I got more energy.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel it now. I don't have as much of a problem getting up in the mornings, and when I'm up, I've got less aches, less pains, and I feel more like springing up to do things than I did 2 months ago. So finally, because every week we've been saying, no, I don't really have more energy, I'm okay. But finally, I feel the benefit.
Good.
I went jogging today as well, but we'll talk about that in a moment.
Fantastic. Yeah, on the energy front, I kind of feel the same as I've been feeling. Nothing significantly different either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, come on then. Last week's challenge. How did it go?
Well, that's the old challenge there. Yeah, all in all, it went well for me. As I said, Monday completely forgot, but I had a kebab, and Tuesday was cooking day, so of course I did a bit of cheating then as well. But I I already said that from the get-go. But other than that, it's fine. Pardon?
Sampling the goods.
Exactly. I have to. But no soda. Yesterday I bought a Mountain Dew because I found that, but I still haven't drank it, so we'll see.
Get those now? That's cool.
Yeah, it was a landmark week for Thomas because your mother called him yesterday and he was drinking water.
Yeah, I was actually. A few things sort of changed on my end a little bit. I have whey protein in the morning as a breakfast.
No way.
Yeah, yes, whey.
Whey.
And I had it as a sort of a shake in the morning. And I had it with a big thing of milk, added a scoop of whey, shook it up, and then I drink it. But I thought to myself, I wonder if I could achieve the same sort of results if I substituted the milk for water. And so I swapped it out. The taste is a little bit more watered down. It's not as thick and not much like a shake, but I've been doing that, and I've seen some positive results on the scale. I am.
Do you have that instead of food?
Yeah, I have that for breakfast instead of food. Fills me right up. Super happy with it. Thank you. And where was I going with this? Oh, last week's challenge. With the exception of my Friday night pizza, stuck on the bandwagon.
Okay.
Great.
But made an effort to get a quality one. Not run of the mill, grease everywhere sort of thing. If that helps.
Okay. Hey, you mentioned that the scales are looking good. Are you going to share the number at some time in the future, or
I will share it. I will share it sometime in the future, but I'm still at a point where in being completely honest, I'm completely and utterly ashamed of how it still looks. I'm absolutely ashamed of it. So I feel really uncomfortable. I don't even like talking about it. But yes, I will share it at some point.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, it doesn't matter what the number is, as long as it's getting smaller by the week and by the month.
Yeah.
So it is as it is. It's only a number.
You haven't seen the number. That's all I'll say.
Okay. All right. So for me, last week's challenge went well, except for the drive home. On the drive home, we stopped at the American Steakhouse, Golden Arches.
Yep.
And I went in there. I had no bread. I haven't had bread up until yesterday. I hadn't had bread for about nearly 3 weeks. In those Golden Arches, I had a box of chicken and cheese nuggets. So not the healthiest, but then after having driven 800 miles non-stop, needed something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go for a burger because I didn't want the bread. But that was the only time in the week that I fell off the wagon as well.
What did you have to drink?
I had me and your mum shared a milkshake, and we had some water as well.
Nice.
So overall, it's been a good week.
Mm-hmm.
I had yesterday at lunchtime, I had a bread roll that came back from England. Last night, we had an Indian takeaway from Sainsbury's in the UK. So that was an excellent meal. And I had naan bread there. and I had a bread roll this morning.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it for the bread for this week. There won't be any in the next few days. So overall, I think all three of us did okay with the challenge.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it sounds like, because the challenge was no fast food, but hearing you talk, it sounds like your definition of fast food has changed up a little bit. Because I noticed how you mentioned the bread there. Are you now starting to maybe consider bread as a bit of a fast food? Am I picking up?
Bread is, in my mind, in the same category as pasta. That it's just easy, it's convenient.
Yeah.
And what should we have? Oh, let's have a sandwich. What should we have? Let's have some pasta. So I'm not an evangelist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to stand on my box and shout to the world how bad bread is, how bad pasta is, because once in a while I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But once in a while is a little bit different to having it every single day and for breakfast and yeah. So yeah, it has a different position on my list of important foods now.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. So, change in the upcoming week. The change in the upcoming week for me is that now that we're back in Austria, I'm going to get your mother's treadmill working again. I've got the parts delivered.
Yeah, you're right.
They arrived. Need to pick them up from the post office tomorrow. I have a person that's going to go and do that for me. And then we'll get that thing working, and I will be doing a little bit on the treadmill in the coming week. Your mother's walking like crazy.
Did we share the story of the treadmill for the people on here?
No, we'll save that for another day. Let me get the thing working first.
Okay.
So in the coming week, I'll have a go on the chat on the treadmill. What about you two? Any changes planned for the coming week?
Thomas, can you go first?
I believe that this is going to be the week that I get my 5K in. I threw it out there, and so I feel an obligation to get it done. I've been mulling over, thinking about the right time to do it, and I was like, well, there's no point figuring out what time is going to be best. You just got to go on and do it. For those of you who have ever been to Boise, you guys probably noticed that we have these beautiful foothills. Boise's tucked right up against it. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, and it's so walker friendly. And it's a challenge because it's up and down, and it's a different kind of terrain. But I think this is the time that we're gonna make something exciting happen.
Okay.
So yes, getting everything figured out with the GPS and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it 5 miles or 5K?
I think
We can do 5 miles. We can do 5 kilometers. I don't mind either way. In the beginning, I said 5 kilometers,
Okay.
but no risk, no fun. We can do 5 miles, 8 kilometers.
Sure.
And will we be allowed to do it on a treadmill or outside?
I will be doing it outside.
All right.
I want to do it outside.
Because I feel that the overall exercise outside is better than on a treadmill.
Hmm.
So mine will have to be done in 10 days' time. And whatever we do, don't forget do it as fast as you can without killing yourself. And the challenge will really be that we do it again in a couple of months' time and see if we get any faster. So it's not each one of us competing against each other. Not that we ever compete. I can see your face, William. You got to remember, me and Thomas have just got little legs.
Oh yeah, these old bowling pins. They've carried me.
I'm just laughing for you saying that you're not competitive. But,
Who's not? No, I'm not competitive.
What I want to change is a friend of mine. He goes into the same class, and he's extremely well built, or he trains a lot, and it's come to my attention that just doing the 10K every day won't cut it for very long. And he told me I need to change my way of thinking, and that I should try and work out once or twice a week. And I definitely agree with him. I do, because I do got the time. Everyone has the time. Everyone can make time. So yeah, I'm going to try that. Going to try to do that this week. Go to the gym at least once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Thomas? Because you got the gym there, haven't you? You mentioned about the fitness center.
Yeah.
That old thing.
Yeah. No, I enjoy the gym. I enjoy the gym a lot. It's difficult when you're in there and you know that on a scale of 1 to garbage you look like absolute death, and you've got some buff guy and he's just on the treadmill and he's just going away, and he's been keeping that same speed, when you walked in, and he's maintained that. I'm really, really self-conscious. I go in. It's not stopped me from going in. So I go in. It is difficult though. It's scary. I don't know whether it goes back to when you're a kid, because kids can be cruel, and they can say some really, really. Adults can be cruel as well, but sometimes kids can really just they mess you up, man.
Yeah,
and it's hard. And some of the things that you hear from years ago, you start hearing in the head again, and it really messes with your self-worth and it's tough.
Why don't you tip the paradigm? Why don't you speak to the guy?
I was going to say that, yeah.
Yeah?
You'll probably find that he's really good. You'll probably find that he's really supportive. You might not. You might find that he's absolute arrogant, good for nothing, and then you know that there's no point wasting your time with him. But I think that more people are supportive than you'd ever think.
Yeah.
And maybe what's the worst that can happen is he can say, "Hey, Thomas, we can meet up here 3 times a week. I'll show you how to do it."
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay, so you two have got fitness centers. I don't have a fitness center at the moment, but if you... Oh, so well, you didn't quite answer the question, Thomas.
What was the question?
Will you be frequenting, or...
I'm going to make an effort to step it up more. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a real quick. This YouTube channel is not just, or at the moment it's just been the live stream. But I thought I've had an idea in the past that I think that you might want to think about, maybe downstairs in the bunker. I see all the time on YouTube these videos of people renovating basements and cleaning bedrooms and turning offices into better spaces for working. You ever think about maybe transforming the basement, getting it on camera, throwing it up there? Could do. It might, teach you to to learn to edit camera angles, things like that. I don't know if that would be something that would interest you, but I just know that we have that space down there in the basement that is
Yeah, I'll give that some thought.
Yeah.
Definitely give it some thought. So I am just thinking about moving on for a moment. Shall I go onto the steps, see how we've done?
Can do.
Okay, so no update on this from last week. It was 108. I'll measure tomorrow morning. It was 111 on Saturday morning, but I feel that by tomorrow morning it will be probably 109, 110. So I'll update that one for the next one.
Okay.
And what do we have here? Oh, so there's me on the left. So that's me. And you got to realize this is the day that I was traveling, so I couldn't get many steps in. But overall, in spite of that one day when I couldn't go, average is 12,262 per day. Now, okay, so here's William. What's that? Average 11.1.
I still have to go out. I still have to go out today.
Okay. And our little Thomas is the winner this week.
I clinched it barely, but yes, I am the winner. It's all right. No, hey, settle down with the fanfare. We've heard it too many times. Go home, pack it in.
Okay, so all right, let's have some constructive feedback here. We got excellent on Monday, excellent on Thursday, excellent on Friday. My expectations, son, you got to kick it up a notch on Saturday and Sunday. Minimum 10,000 per day, okay? Because we all know that 10,000 is hardly anything, really. Come on. Oh, sorry, Thomas. Oh, no, this is Sunday, so this will be up to 10 by the time the day's out. I just thought your brother had skipped a day then, but this is...
What?
I saw that you were below the 10, but that's for today. So by the time the day is finished, you'll be up over the 10.
Yeah.
I'll be the winner. That's okay. You guys
taking part.
Oh, now it's all about taking part. Okay.
Unless I'm the winner, then it's all about the winning. So, to this week's challenge. This week's challenge will be to post a 10-minute video of some sport or exercise that you're doing. So whether that's working out in a fitness center, whether that's skipping or jump rope, whether that's leaning up against the wall and crouching down, but that's the challenge for this week.
Okay.
And I don't know how we'll get the things uploaded, but I think that on all of our gadgets, there's the possibility to record for YouTube, and then we'll upload them directly.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a reasonable challenge?
For sure.
Yeah.
Walking doesn't count. Something whereby at the end of it, there's a little bit of sweat would be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you smiling at, William? You got something on your mind already?
No, I'm just thinking. I have to go to the gym past midnight, so no one's there.
Just pay the membership. Go on. All right. So let's wind this thing up for today then.
All right.
Good.
All right, guys. As always, it has been a pleasure sitting down with you, talking about our weight loss, our accountability, and future goals. To everybody who watches this, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We all really appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. I loved it. It's great. I look forward to doing it same time next week. Take care, and goodbye from my end.
And
Take
goodbye
care.
from me as well in
Bye.
Austria. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.